Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Atmani, and I am from Morocco, but have been living in Colombia for the past 9 years. Today, I will be talking about the power of our connections, specifically how every person we meet, every interaction we have, and moment of exchange build the person that we are today. And I will share a personal story. It all started with a map on the wall, which at the time was twice my size. The one my parents used to plan an itinerary. I remember being amazed by all the pins, post-its, and notes on the wall. And I remember looking at my parents' eyes and seeing the joy, excitement, and fear they felt. The look one has when their dream is about to come true. Contagiously, they shared their life project with my siblings and I. At 6 years old, I couldn't really understand much of it, but I knew one thing. My life was about to change. Planet Khmisa, that was the name of our project. Khmisa stands for the number 5 in Darija, Moroccan dialect, and carried the 5 members of our family and the 5 values of tolerance, curiosity, respect, harmony, and global citizenship that our project was based on. When at 6 years old, I would wake up every morning to go to school, just 2 years later, I was witnessing the moment a female orca was teaching its offspring how to hunt in Argentina. I didn't just see the world, but I had the unique opportunity and privilege to live it. I saw firsthand the impact of global warming as glaciers melted in Patagonia, reshaping landscapes that I once thought were eternal. From tracking animal migration patterns in the Amazon to observing how local communities adapt to changing climates, I began to understand and realize that each stop in our journey wasn't a destination. It was also an invitation to understand and engage with the challenges and beauty that lie beneath different societies and ecosystems. I can see this experience reflected now in my endeavors after moving to Colombia, being involved in various NGOs and environmental initiatives, thinking about ways I can put into practice and apply all the knowledge and skills I acquired during this journey. Thanks to this, I started a project in Colombia called Si Se Puede, Yes You Can. And in that project, we're working on establishing educational centers for capacity building for youth so that they can have access to opportunities and scholarships in or outside of Colombia. By learning how to understand my environment at such a young age, I am now working on giving back to the places that we call home. At 8 years old, I felt my heart flooded by an unfamiliar feeling, kindness. My eyes filled with joy and with tears as I experienced the beauty of humanity in its simplest forms. Strangers would welcome us to their homes, offering food, stories, and a sense of belonging, despite never having met us before. It was in those moments, sitting at tables with people from different cultures and backgrounds, that I learned the true meaning of connection. The kindness of strangers, often in the most unexpected places, taught me that home isn't just where you live, it's where you're embraced, seen, and understood. Since then, this lesson has stayed with me, reminding me that while the world can seem vast and overwhelming, it is the small acts of generosity that bridges the distances between us. Through these encounters, I began to understand the power of empathy and the responsibility that each one of us carry to extend the same kindness to others. With this, I swore to become a person that aims to give back the love and compassion I received during this journey. And I found a similar feeling again when attending the Nobel Peace Prize ceremony. When I met people that had made a difference in the world, people that inspire me, people that were so committed to their cause, to bettering their home and by extension, the world. And it made me realize that our actions, whether smiling at a stranger or supporting a feminist movement in Iran, have consequences. My nomadic background made me who I am today, a critical, open-minded, and authentic individual. A person who saw the beauty of the world and the complex problems that we face: poverty, analphabetism, political disputes. As I move forward, I carry with me the lessons I learned along the way. When I interact with people, I remember the kindness I received in this journey, which inspires me to give back only a fraction of all that this experience has given me. I am what this experience has given me, and it gave me the world. We often believe that defining moments are loud, marked by grand gestures or life-altering decisions, but more often they are quiet. A shared moment with a stranger, a shared meal with someone you've never met before, or the coincidental glimpse of a glacier breaking in the sea, perhaps even an unexpected eye contact with a stranger on the streets, carrying unspoken understanding. In a movie, Lucy, it is said that humans consider themselves unique. So they have rooted their whole theory of existence around their uniqueness. We have codified our existence to bring it down to human size, to make it comprehensible. We have created a scale so that we can forget its unfathomable scale. Something I soon realized: life isn't a straight line. It's a series of choices, chance encounters, and small moments of connections that build the framework of who we are. Sometimes we move through life not realizing the weight of our actions. We assume our words fall into the void, but they don't. Every interaction can create a smile to a stranger, a shared laugh, or a moment of vulnerability. It is easy to think that these moments are fleeting, but they have intricate, lasting consequences. And the butterfly effect is the idea that small, seemingly trivial events may ultimately result in something with much larger consequences, with subsequent changes that are far too complex and entangled to restore to its previous state. In other words, they have nonlinear impact in every complex system. 11 years ago, the skills, conversations, and encounters I had have grown to define me. The simple moments, unremarkable even. Yet when I look back, I see that every interaction I had while traveling led me to this very stage speaking to you. And I can prove it. When traveling in Colombia back in 2015, my parents just stopped in a random store to buy some groceries, I guess. And the person on the other side of the counter said that we should go visit a little village in the mountains a few hours away from where we were. We said, why not? We went there, we visited that village, we liked it, and off we went back on our trip. This little village, Sylvia, is the one I live in today, and the one I've been living in for the past 9 years. If we hadn't met that one person in the store, I am pretty sure I would have a different path. A spontaneous recommendation from a stranger led to a new life, a new home, and countless new experiences. So this village, once a mere spot, a mere dot in a map, has become so central to my family's story. So here I stand, not just as a product of my journey, but as a living proof that every moment matters. Every connection we make, no matter how small, has the potential to shape and change our lives. So the butterfly effect isn't just an abstract theory. It is the reality of how we all, every day, influence one another. And just like that, we can be the spark in someone else's journey, whether we know it or not. In the end, it's not about where you go, but about the people you meet along the steps. So, what small moment will you create today that could change everything for someone else? Because in the sanctity of life, it's those seemingly tiny connections that truly make all the difference. Thank you.